morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome on in. I am the Unknown Prophet. Welcome on in, everybody. My name is Joshua Bleasy. I do daily tarot readings between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time every day except the weekends. And I'm getting my shirt, my little hat back on the right way. I know it's a little dirty today, but we're out of a couple of things that I want to update you guys on. Yesterday, I was in so much pain, I couldn't come on yesterday. So my body just, on the weekend, with the 420 weekend, we had a nice, good weekend with the 420. But then Sunday came, and I did a lot of running around on Sunday. Way more than I usually do. So my spoons went imploded on themselves, and the universe decided I needed to take a nice, deep nap. So I barely got up in time to send my message and go, I can't do it today. And then went almost immediately back to sleep. So just so you know, I'm okay. Just had a heavy pain day yesterday. And I do warn you guys that can happen sometimes. So just so you guys know and are aware that may happen from time to time. Because, I'm a chronic pain patient. I don't just use cannabis because I want to. I use it because I need to use it for my pain. I don't want to be on opioids. I don't want to be on your pharmaceutical medication. I'm sorry. I'd rather use a natural remedy like cannabis to get me through the pain. But that doesn't mean I don't take a Tylenol every once in a while when I have a headache or something like that either, okay? So I don't want you to get the bad impression. Anyway, guys, I use my homemade deck, the 5 Paths Tarot, as you see right here, to help divine the best possible path for you. I might actually have to move my light away a little bit. I always turn a light on when I do my readings here, and today it just seems like I cannot seem to get this light far enough away and still put what I want out. Okay, it's gonna have to be good enough. At least you can see the cards a little bit better. The candlelight that I usually keep lit over here is transitioning onto the cards. That's making it impossible to read them for you guys. So anyway, guys, I use my homemade deck. It's called the 5 Paths Tarot. I am currently working on putting some of the words down and trying to get it into a nice, good way of doing it. I have to stop procrastinating and start working on it a little bit here and a little bit there. But honestly, I'm waiting for the right inspiration. I want to think about how I'm going to market it and what I'm going to be saying to these young people who might want to see these cards. And want to be able to say everything I normally would tell you. I want you to be able to read that in a book if you want to. I want you to be able to look at the card, and these are the clearest, most beautiful pictures I could take. And I'm sorry that they're not good enough for some people, but they're good enough for me. I wanted them to look grainy. I wanted them to look not focused. I wanted them to look like something you would have to look and study to see the symbolism I was trying to convey in each picture. So, and I'm just pulling this random first card out. It's called Receiving. And as you can see, it's just my hands, and it's just a negative image of my hands holding up like that. And then I put a blue circle in the middle of it to say, open your hands to receive. Now, depending on how you look at this card, you can either see the light part or the dark part. Depending on which way you look at it. If you look at it in a certain way, it kind of looks like a demon too. So anyway, you know what? It's like it says, you can receive bad and good things. I'm doing better now, honestly, D. I'm doing better. I have, I was going to contact you, and I haven't yet seen what you sent me, but I was trying to get set up this morning and just try to get everything going. So I will look at it after stream and stuff like that. But I saw your message, and I want you to know I'm glad to see that. Yeah, yesterday was a bad day, but yesterday was a bad physical pain day for me, a chronic pain day. You can ask me whatever you want to. This is why I'm here, to help you and help other people. I will be happy to answer any question you want me to answer. That's why we're here first and foremost, to help. So go ahead and ask your question. You know that's okay. You don't have to ask that. You can just tell me, just so you know, okay? What you choose to do is your point. All right, you're typing. So, and even I have my shit to work on. Yesterday was a day of letting go of a lot of the... What if you don't resonate with what they say? Like as in a reader? When you're getting a reading from someone like that? Is it normal for sometimes not to resonate with something what the others say? Yeah, it is. Because when it doesn't resonate with you, when it doesn't seem to fit the narrative, It's trying to point out maybe some things you may not have thought of before. It's just the universe trying to give you examples and things that may not have been thought of yet. It's not really trying to tell you how to live your path. It's trying to show you you have choice. So, you know how everyone's been telling you the same thing over and over and over and over again most of the time, right? And those resonates with you. But now someone comes along to tell you something you haven't heard yet that doesn't resonate with you, but maybe somewhere in your deepest part of your really tiny heart that you're hiding from even yourself, because I do it too, okay? There's that part of us that we just want to hold on to sometimes, that we think if we let it go, it won't make up who we are. So whenever you don't kind of vibe with the reader, that's trying to point something out to you too. That may be true. But that may be true too. So just consider that that may be true, that they're trying to give you a warning sign, but you still have to listen to what you want to do. They're just giving you the information, and what you do with it is your choice. So when you read that sentence that I did a reading with Tans yesterday, and they told me that the person I've been talking to wants me for my money, that could be true. But then you're not going to send them any money, okay? We're not going to send them any kind of money until we have met this person in real life and we can look in their eyes and we have lived with them for a while. We're not going to give them any of our personal information, our money. We know how to stay safe on the line, okay? And that may come to pass, but that's on your own personal way you look at someone. Right, you know? But like I said, we haven't met this person on a video chat yet. We haven't done a voice chat with this person yet. For all we know, this could be some old dude like me pretending to be a woman who's just trying to get your information to get money. Maybe that's a possibility. You have to believe that that could be a possibility, but it's not necessarily what is true. Okay, so you've done voice and video. So there you go. So at least you know who you're talking to is a real person. Okay, thank you. I needed you to tell me that. So thank you for telling me that, because I didn't know you had actually seen her and talked to her in that way. So thank you for letting me know that. That changes the script a little bit, because now, like I said, like I was trying to tell you before, D, you can't get in your own head and let these thoughts keep running around in there and keep you focused on things you don't need to be focused on. That's the junk you don't need to hear. Listen to it, pay attention to it, take it in, and then let it go. If it comes to pass, it comes to pass. But then you've already been pre-warned that this person may want some money for you. You know this person has more money than you. You have proof of that. You don't need that answer. So you know that psychic wasn't very connected, because the reality and the fantasy world are different. You know what I'm saying? And the psychic world and the real world are different. Remember, psychic world's always in transition, always in change. The world's always in flux and always moving in circles and cycles and stuff like that. No, you may have told me, but remember, D, I do have memory issues sometimes, so I don't always remember everything people tell me all the time. So you may have told me, you know, and like I said, and well, I know it's okay, but you know what I'm saying? It's just that you have to not let everyone get into your head. You can't let everyone get in there and play around with what you need to do and what you don't need to do. Even me, okay? You have to take what I say, you have to go back into your head and think about what your moral code is, what your belief system is, what your intuition or your gut is telling you. That's what you need to follow. Because that's the thing you trust. If it starts to feel like it's something you shouldn't be a part of, trust me, your gut is going to tell you something's wrong. You are not going into this with rose-colored glasses either. You know this has to work its way. It may not be a relationship like you think it will be. This could end up being friends. You don't know. We don't know where this is going to go yet, because we're not going to predetermine what's going to happen. We're going to allow that to happen. Okay, listen, yesterday and today I did my 2 last readings. I don't want to do them anymore. I want to think with my brain and experience it. Exactly. And like I said, come to me for the advice. Come to me for a reading once in a while when you're thinking of really big changes and things that are in your life that you may need help with. Please come get a reading. But then you have to remember, we are human too. We make mistakes. We don't get everything right. We only see a possible future. We don't see a predetermined future because it's always in flux. You have to live in that world. And that's what you have to do. Because trust me, if I had listened to those voices when I first met my wife, I would not be married now. I had to learn how to love myself because I didn't think I was worthy of a beautiful person that was being presented to me. I had to learn that I loved myself enough to say she was what I deserved. And she was everything I asked for. Right. It's a possibility, not the real truth. It's just a possibility that could or could not happen. You don't know why she would ask you for money. Maybe somewhere in the future, she comes into some financial discord and you happen to have a little bit more money then, and you're in a positive, reaffirming a relationship. Of course you're going to give her money. Why wouldn't you give the person you love money if you are there, living in it, breathing in it, all that stuff? Yeah, exactly. And you don't need to live in everybody else's readings and their heads and stuff like that. You've got to go and make the best possible experience you can. Let's just say it does work out the way you see. You've experienced that part, right? You're not going to have to worry about it anymore. Then you can go after the other thing you want to go after until you reach that goal, right? Right. But if you choose to not do anything with it and focus on your major goal that you have in life, go ahead. I'm letting you go ahead and talk. I'm kind of babbling, so. Yeah, I will try to look at it a little bit, but I'm going to be honest with you, with other readers reading for another person, I have to go with what they were trying to tell you that was what they were guided to tell you. Whether it fits your narrative or not is not the point. It's just telling you a possibility. You have to drop the possibility off and say, bye-bye to possibility, bye-bye to fate, bye-bye to destiny. Let's live every day as if we were living in the moment. And that could be very true too. Like I said, when I told you my reading, I told you it would be a relationship of learning how to come together. It would be a slow kind of a process. But I've told you that the story, by the end of the time you get together, as in real life together, living together kind of stuff, that's all that will have mattered to you is what you have done with her. All of this, all the reading stuff, you'll forget about and that. Exactly, And that's exactly, you don't need all of this information. You got the information you have now. Take that and then decide what's best for you. Think about who you are with, not these other people who are online and stuff like that. Like I said, even me, I'm glad that you come to me for advice. I'm glad that you seek my counsel, but every once in a while, you got to kind of go deal with it yourself for a while too. And if things come up where it's an issue or a problem, I'm here for you. You want to talk about something? Reach out like you've been reaching out to me. If I have time, if I have the energy, I'm going to reach out back to you. Exactly. So there you go. Just allow the story to happen. The more you give in to the... Well, see, there you go. So you already have the opportunity for her to come to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's already going to happen. So this is going to be, hey, Tribulator, why'd you change your name? Oh, wait, did you change your name because of something I said or because you chose to do something different with yourself? Yeah, exactly. And you just got to wait and see. That's a year away. That's a year of getting to know her via phone. You know what I'm saying? And the whole cool. That's a cool name. How do I say it though? Do I still call you Tribulator, or do I call you? I don't know what to say here. Kuma. Would Kuma be okay here for now? Okay, phonetically spell it out like I have to say it like Zav Akamuma. Zavakuma. Zavakuma. X. The X is silent? Is the X silent? Ava Kuma. I'm trying. I'm really trying, buddy. But welcome back anyway. You know, if you want me to use your new name, I will. I'll try to find a way. I'll probably go with Kuma for now until I can learn how to say the other stuff. If you can phonetically spell it out, like, you know, when I say Joshua Bleezy, I say Jaw. You know, it's more phonetically like this. You know, it's Jaw, Shoe, Big A, Okay, now I'll just go Bleezy. That's the better one. B. Bleez. Bleezy. Bleezy. Hey, you know, give me a second. I didn't open the queue. I'm sorry. Come on in. Back in here. I just forgot to open the queue. That's all I forgot to do. That was my bad. Come on back. Let's go for a reading for you, okay? I just didn't. I forgot to open the queue. So it's open now, guys. I opened the queue right now. So go ahead and enter the queue if you want to, guys. I'm going to shuffle the deck and get them cleansed and cleared for you there. We'll get you a reading. What kind of a reading do you need today, my friend? Okay? And Kuma. Kuma? Okay, we'll say it, but I'm getting ready to do readings, so your time is over, and it's time to start your own path. But go ahead and say what you need to say. Okay, you got it. All right. Why don't you throw me your numbers, and if you have a question, Kuma. Okay, good. I'll leave it at that. And now, messages from the dying. Throw me your numbers. Do you remember how to do the numbers here? 1 through 10 is how many times I shuffled the deck for you. 1 through 52 is where your answers are. Throw me your numbers when you're ready. Like I said, you can't listen to everyone, okay? I'm going to start to do this reading for him now. Are you done? D, for now, I need you to be done so I can get back into doing readings. 6 and 5, gotcha. Because someone else needs my help today, so if you want anything else from me, contact me on Discord and we'll talk about it later, okay? I love you, and I will always be here for you, but I need to get to what I was supposed to be here to do today. Thank you, Swifty, for that subscription to Tier 1. For 6 months you've been subscribed. Thank you so much, Swiftix, for being a constant supporter, for just coming in here and just being a lurker and being a part of my stream. I so appreciate you. In fact, I appreciate you so much. It's about damn time you got this bad bitch, huh? You are now an official VIP, Swifty. I'm sorry it took me a while to get there for you, but you've been such a supporter. You deserve the VIP status. There you go. I think I might have already done it for you, but in case I didn't, I reminded myself, just in case I didn't, I wanted to say VIP for you too. So, so thank you for that. Okay, let's get to what the universe has to tell for Kuma here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Thank you for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th card is now. What does the universe want to tell you for now? What do you need to hear from them, huh? All right, let's see what they have to tell you. So, Kuma. And it's time to remind yourself that as you have taken this new name, you're also taking on the materials of the things that you wanted to bring with you, the most best parts of who you are. You put that in. The blue part of yourself was your emotions. Yellow emotion was your good thoughts. The fire and passion of your dreams was in there. How much of a person, what you are as a person, completely, totally, just the basic essentials of what makes you up for who you are and the things that you want to have in your life are all coming together. And it's time to start to take your hands and start to mold it into a shape you can see as who you truly are. It's your choice what you shape it as. It's your choice what you do with the materials you choose to work with. Do you work with wood? Do you work with metal? Do you work with the soul of your very being? What do you mold into place in a physical, mental, and spiritual way? And how am I moving this new path that I am choosing and molding it into what I want? So now the universe comes along to say, hey, wait a minute. You forgot to do something here. You forgot to take down some of those old barriers that we used to keep up. We think we're protecting ourselves from harm, but we're protecting ourselves from love and light as well. We are putting up this ice block that's keeping us from what we need to experience, what we need to go through. We are self-imposing this on ourselves too. It's not like the universe said, oh, we're putting you in a cage, get your ass out, okay? But they are saying, don't go back into those old bad habits. And I need to remind myself to take down my barriers rather than bring my barriers up. I know I have to still be protected, but I don't have to be so protected I'm not letting anything in anymore. You're not as trapped as you think you are. The ice is very thin. It would take one knock to get you out of this ice. And all it is you just releasing that control that you need to have, that spark that is the flame needs to be the only flame. I think you understand what I mean. Thank you, Kuma, for the subscription as well. And I really do appreciate it. But you know that you can break out of it. You know you don't want to go back here. You know this is just you reminding yourself what not to do. Where I take it from here now into the future. I've been streaming. I just didn't stream I was on vacation for a week. Then I came back. I've been on the normal times. I just wasn't on for the... about a week ago, I went on vacation. And I just came back from vacation because I needed a break and away. I've usually been on around at night the same times. But if you haven't seen me, remember to join my Discord. And remember to go to those live... when I go live kind of stuff. Yeah, I know. And that's what it is. It's you feel like you're stuck. It feels like you've been struggling. You're frustrated because you're still imposing the same old rules on a new life. You have to break out of those old rules and create new ones. Not rules, not things you have to follow anymore. How about just laying in the lazy river and letting it take you where you need to go for once? Why can't you just accept that That part of your ugly self that you don't want to have anymore has to go in the river and go downstream. How do you leave them? I got it for you. I got one for you, okay? But listen to the rest of the reading here, and then I got something for you that will help you, okay? But right now, where you're going into, and this is what we're going to get into here, is that we're discovering the part of ourselves we don't like. We have to fall back in love with it. Because whether you want to realize it or not, it's a part of who you are. You can change them, you can move them and manifest them into other things, but for right now, that's who you are. That's a part of who you are. We have to learn to love that part of ourselves and turn our most negative attributes into our power. We believe and remind ourselves we were born a flower for a reason. We were born this way for a reason. We are going through what we are going through for a reason. You had to come up through the granite to find the sun. That wasn't an easy thing to do. You're still making it up out of that granite. You're just peeking that little bud out of that little granite here, but you're about to go sprout. Because the universe wants you to remind yourself you are beautiful. Negative, positive, good, evil, they're just words we use. There's no good, there's no real evil. There's energies of balance and light and dark, and then we get to the point that's in the center, that ether. You know, that point where both points come together as one. Right? You have to awaken the ether within yourself. You have to stop trying to take a path that leads you somewhere and just wander for a while. It's okay not to have patterns or rules or old life. It's as easy as this. And here's what I want you to do. Where's a good example? Where's a good example? Okay. Don't need this big of a box, okay? But go find me a box that you want to destroy, that you have no need for. It doesn't have to be this big, okay? Have I done this with you before? Do you know what I'm about to tell you? Yes, your divine is asking you to wander for a while because you've been pushing that path. You've been making those choices. You made those choices already. Now you have to overcome those things that told you what you needed to overcome. This time has been for you to learn how to get through these issues so that you can finally defeat them. So you don't have to keep going through them over and over again. When we learn the lesson, we stop living the lesson. When we start living in a new pattern, a new way of thinking, that pattern breaks. The cycles are meant to be here for a reason, people. We go through life, death, and rebirth. Every single moment of every single day, we go through that rebirth process. You know? But sometimes we're so worried about the plan, about where we're going, about how we're going to go do it, about what we need to do with our lives. Sometimes you just got to say, fuck it. You know what I don't want to do right now? Deal with life. All I want to do is sit in my bedroom, watch Netflix for a while, start to watch and listen to music, start to listen to watch the films. Pay attention to what draws you to the things that's a part of you. Have you heard of my box ritual before? And welcome in, San, and thank you for your 3-stream walk street. I appreciate you so much. Do you have a box? A small box somewhere? I don't care what size of box it is. It can be a shoe box. It can be any kind of box. I just need a box. Go get yourself a box. I want you to open that like you're opening a grave. And you are going to write down on a sheet of paper, maybe a few kinds of paper. I want you to write a letter to your old self saying goodbye to it. I want you to put on pieces of paper everything you don't want in your life right now. What bad pattern you don't want, what circle you don't want to keep reliving, what lesson you don't want to reliving. Write it down and put it into this box. Everything, all of it, completely. Don't let anything go without going to that grave. We are going to get rid of this shit once and for all, and do it with intent, and do it with your whole heart, and be honest. Be really honest. I don't need you to hit anything. I need you to sit down. I need you to open this box. I need you to write on these pieces of paper what you need to be free of, what you need to be let go of, what you need to release back to whatever divine power you believe in. Whatever the universe has, they want to take it from you. They want it. They want you to give it to them. They want you to release it to them. So give them the old rules. So give them the old patterns and put it in that box. Now, when you're done writing as much as you want to write, close that box up. It's the last time you will ever open that box, right? Because what I want you to do next is very, very, very detailed in this. I need you to go find a place you can burn it away. Not bury it, not put it out to sea. Burn it away. Fire pit. Gas, don't put it in your home. Fireplace, something safe. You know, I know how you fire safety. You know that, right? And I want you to go hold an actual funeral for that person you don't want to be anymore. I need you to actually mourn the loss of letting it go. I need you to say goodbye to it, to honor it, to say whatever your heart feels. And as you place it into the fire, say one last thing. May my higher power take this from me, and may it never come back to me ever again, and let me live a new life starting today. And as you put it into that fire, watch it burn away until it is nothing. Then what I need you to do is this. Collect a small bit of the ash in a small bottle that you will keep to remind you you are now being burst from that ash into flame. And now I need you to go through a mourning process. At least mourn the loss for 3 days. At least 3 days. After that, you don't want to think about it anymore. It's done. It's time to move on. It's time to move from that thing. I'm as postured as I can get, Nicole. But basically what they want you to know is now is not the time to think of what your life, you don't want your life to be. They have to empty you out to fill you in with what you need. You don't know how to go through that yet, so they're putting you through these difficult times right now, this turmoil, this confusion right now, so you can try to decide what you want to do next. But for right now, just lay in the lazy river and let it flow to you. Let the universe carry you where it needs to carry you. And when you are ready for a new, brilliant, beautiful step, you will take it. But do that ritual. And when you collect that ash, and you keep only just a little bit of that ash, okay, wait till it's cool and all that other stuff, but collect just a little bit as your reminder of yourself that you were born out of that ash. And that was who you were. And at some point you want to go put it into a sea or something, or even put it back into your fire pit when you're ready to really, finally, completely let it go. Because I know there's going to be some time where you're actually going to have to wait to see when you're ready to let that ash go too as well. So you will eventually have to let that ash go, but you do that when you are ready, not in a certain amount of time, okay? And that's what the universe wanted me to tell you today. And they want you to know, your guides want me to know that they're not, that want you to know that something very important. And they really want me to make this clear. Do you remember the lesson you learned with the book, The Rodent and the Church, or something like that? Something about the, all of that makes sense to you somehow? And I don't know if it makes sense, but those are the 3 words they told me to say. And something that might remind you. The Rodent and the Church, yeah. But there's a book too. There's a book, The Rodent and the Church. Like a personal journal kind of a thing. Not more of a, like a holy book or something like that. Just like in general what a book means. So the book, the rodent, and the church. Something about a lesson you learned around in that. I don't know what it is. And don't know what kind of rodent either. It's just a rodent family. Okay. That was a free will choice. I'm not done with Kuma quite yet, but we're getting there for you there, young lady. Sweetie, you are next in line. I got your numbers and I got what your question is, so thank you for that. I will get you your answers in just a moment. But they also want me to tell you that the next time you feel the tapping on the right shoulder, when it's tapped 3 times, that's them saying good job. When they tap on the left shoulder, that's them saying think about it. So they want me to give you, I don't know what books. It's just the book, the rodent, and the church. And it might be a holy place. I'm just seeing a church. So I'm seeing literally those 3 things in my head. A book, a rodent of some kind, and a church. What that means to you, I don't know. So if his books mean something to you, I would take it as his books. It could have been a small furry creature, some kind of, it might be what that represents to you, you know? They don't always get everything clear to me sometimes. So that's all that I had for you. But if there are any more questions before I get on to the next person, is the Graham Oakley. Okay, I want to understand what other question you asked me because I didn't understand it. It's Graham Oakley, unknown prophet. I guess I don't know what that was saying. Was that the person you were talking about? It may have to involve that person, but I don't know necessarily it's his books. It's just a book. It means something to you that you would understand. That's all. That's all I'm trying to do is give you guys the messages, and you have to go sometimes figure it out on your own. So you'll know when it's your turn when you see this. See this little thing over here? It tells you where I am in line. This little thing over here, this big little play with viewers bot, tells you exactly where you are in line, guys. So remind yourself that I will get to you in order. I will take as long time. And welcome in for the lurk here, high class hippie. Welcome in. Hey, half asleep, go grab some coffee if you need it. And I've got your question, and I had your numbers already, but thank you for reposting them. And I'm just going to clear these cards off just a little bit more, and then we'll get to your reading there, sweetie. So was it a part of the plan to get involved with the Aries born on April 8th? Let's see what they have to say. 1. God cards. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 3 God card message for you today. You might have seen one already. 17th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, and the 17th card is, and we want to know about this Aries relationship, huh? I'm getting the download as we speak. So, sweetie, you want to know about this person that you started getting into a relationship with, right? And this person who was born on April 8th, right? Because the solar eclipse happened that day. Many people don't remind yourself that the solar eclipse was happening that day. That means the energy of the sun and the moon came together. The light and the dark came together to focus that ether onto the earth. And it spread its energy all the way across the United States at least, okay? But it's done it in other countries before. Now that's exactly where the solar eclipse happened this time, but next time it will be in a different spot. The next time we will experience that will be quite a few many years from now. I might not even live to see the next solar eclipse, honestly. But you have to remind yourself, sweetie, that you decide You decide whether to look at them as the ugly old dandelion, or do you look at them as the beautiful flower? Or do you look at them as the whole person they really are and see them for who they really are? You have yet to discover that, right? Well, maybe you do regret meeting him, right? But maybe you had to discover there was a part of yourself that wanted to know that. Hi, Earthly Empress. Welcome on in. Welcome to the chat. I'm in the middle of a reading, but welcome in. Because I regret knowing him, right? Well, okay. If that's the ugly old part of the flower that you don't want in your life anymore, then don't take it with you, right? Don't let that regret be taken with you. Remind yourself, he's a human being who has faults and frailties and things that don't work in his own mind. Remind yourself just how human he is too. And even though you regret knowing him, he did what he thought was right for him at the time. Now you have to rediscover the beautiful flower you are, rather than the flower that he made you believe you were. Because he treated you like the ugly dandelion. You're a beautiful fucking flower. And yes, it was a part of the plan. Because what did we need to learn here? What have we been saying to ourselves we really needed to learn? They were trying to do it the easy way. They were trying to show you a quicker way, but you weren't listening. So they had to put you through the situation so you would finally get it. You get it now, right? You know who you really are now because of this, because you were faced with this, because you had to confront yourself with this. You had to decide who you were. Not some other person decides who you are. You decide who you are. You were born a beautiful flower. You will always be a beautiful flower. Don't ever forget it. Now, back to what you need to do now. It's time to let it go. First and foremost, today is the last time we ever think about this shit. Goodbye, ugly old man. You don't deserve any of my love, my trust, my empathy, my anything. I let you go. Whatever the universe decides to do with you, so be it. Whoosh, into the world you go. Now it's time to get back to tending to me. Now it's time to start to work on me. Now it's time to start to move my coals around. My path, my journey. How do I tend to my own flame? This is what your fire looks like right now. A mess of complete flames everywhere. Everything's out of control there. You haven't tended to your fire in such a long time. It's almost out of control and spreading to other places here. Because what is it you aren't doing? What is the real truth here, sweetie? What aren't you really working on? Hi, everybody on TV land. Wow, I've finally accomplished being on TV at least once in my life. I'm a happy man. And moving on to the what you were saying now, right? Because we have to learn to tend to ourselves. In a physical way, we have to learn how to love ourselves again. In a mental way, we have to learn how to love ourselves again. In a spiritual way, we have to learn how to love ourselves again. So we know we're worth more than what we just went through. We have to choose a better path. We have to choose what we need to do. We have to choose how we tend to self. I want you to go give yourself the biggest spa day that you can afford. Okay, I don't care if it's in your own bathroom, but shove everybody out of the house, put the pretty music on, light every candle you want, lock the door, get into the bed, put your headphones on, and forget the world exists for at least 3 hours. At least 3 hours. And then go to a place where you can go get pampered. And I mean pampered. Up and down. I want you to feel beautiful walking out of that as the new you. It's time to release what you don't want in your life. Are you ready? Are you ready to let this shit go? Or do you need to hanging on to it? Are you finally ready to let this shit go? The stuff that you yourself have been doing to yourself for years and years and years. This is not him. This is you. Right, sweetie? And you want to know why you had to go through this? Ask yourself, did I need to go through this? Did I need to go through this? Exactly. You're focusing way on other people when you should be releasing them to their own lives and let them deal with their own crap for once. And it's time to go, Sweetie Smith time. Sweetie Smith time. It's Sweetie Smith's time. It's finally time for your reward. Take the fucking reward and let everything else go back into the universe. And then take what you learned and take what you have become and forge yourself into what you want yourself to be. Put yourself back in the spiritual fire and fucking start to transform yourself into what you want to be. Forge that path forward. Remember, you take it out of the heat, you still have to work on it. You still have to temper it. But if you don't get that fire red hot, ready to go, so use it. Use this power. Use this energy for you. And I know I'm getting a little emotional here, but that's what they want me to do, so that's what I'm doing, right? Because we're ready. We're ready to be someone new. We're ready to let the crap go. We're ready to transform. We're ready to let it be us time. It's us time. Not Joshua, not the person who is in chat, not everyone who's below me right now. Not what it's about for you right now. Yes, you had to go through this. Yes, you were led to this for a reason. You know all of this. In your heart of hearts, you knew that already, but, you know. And then they come to tell you this message on top of it. Because that wasn't your only question either. You had something else you wanted to ask them, and they've come to tell you what to do now. Your God has come to give you the answer you are looking for. If you wish to know what they are here to tell you today, it may overwhelm your ass. So anybody who doesn't know how it works here, your God cards can be the most intense things you will ever hear from me. Because, trust me, when it comes from your higher power, it goes a lot more way. Well, that's you getting your confirmation. Now you have your confirmation. Now you have your confirmation, right? As I was telling you, it's time to wait. Sometimes we need to wait. Sometimes we just need to stay where we're at and deal with the things we need to deal with for ourselves. We don't need a path right now. We don't need to go anywhere. All we need to do is stay where we are and wait to heal. Embracing ourselves, the whole part of ourselves, the masculine, the feminine, the good, the evil, the in-betweens of all of it. We love all of who we are. We embrace all of that which we are. Yes, we can change it. Yes, we can motivate it and move it to different places. But if we don't love all of the parts of who we are, even the most negative attributes, that's when you learn how to love your real true self. And this has been a test. It's been being your armor. You had to have that resilience ready. Life taught you how to be resilient. Life taught you how to take those dings. Life taught you how to make it through the harsh winters and keep living. You know how to survive. You know how to protect yourself. So don't forget, you earned this. That you earned this fortitude, this shield. And it's going to help you from this point forward because now you have an understanding of what to protect yourself from. Right? Right. So there you go. Resilience in all things. Give me a second. I have to move my chair so I don't empty out into the floor. And as you are coming now to this point in your life, ask yourself, at this point in my life, am I ready for the new change that is happening to me now? Because you know you've been wanting to change anyway. You've been feeling it for quite a while now. You've been wanting something new and different to happen. You've been waiting for this moment to come about. But what you haven't realized is you needed to initiate that moment. And you need to accept that this is what you need to do for now. And that's all you need to do for now. Until you are in a more healthier spot where you feel good about yourself, your life, and everything else, everybody else needs to go fix their own lives. Tansy! There's my baby streamer who I haven't seen in a long time. Hey, sweetie. Nice to meet you. All right, sweetie. That's what I got for you today. So thank you very much. I'm going to start to cleanse these cards off for Senny. It's your turn, Sen. Nicole's next. Crypto's after that. Earthly Empress is fourth. Fifth is your best Tansy. Don't forget, you can also see where you're at on screen, too. So if you want to know where you're at, that's how you know. And as I'm starting to clear these cards off for you, Sen, just let me know your numbers, question for the day, or what you need to know. And you don't need any other information from me. They told you exactly what you needed to hear today, sweetie. So I hope that helps. You're very welcome. Sometimes we just need confirmation that what we're doing is right. And I think that's what you needed. You just needed confirmation. Yep, this is exactly what I thought it was. Yeah, 10 and 10 God cards are always in play. Got you. And just a general. Got you. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're flying out already. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the last shuffle is 10. You got 2 God cards. We'll see those after the reading. We'll just flip them when we're done. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And here we go with your general reading of what the universe wants you to know right now, Senny. Ah, I see. Sen, my friend. My dear, dear friend. I know it seems like the journey is long and hard sometimes. I know it seems like you're always trying to find purpose, that you're always trying to find meaning. That sometimes you feel very lost, confused, and lonely sometimes. And you seem to be trying to find the treasure at the end of the rainbow. But the treasure at the end of the rainbow might be just your best memories. We're going to have an ad break here, so I want to make sure you're here, son. Let me know if you're in an ad right now, and I'll stop until you're back. So we're going to stay stopped until the ad has stopped. For those of you who do have a subscription or something like that, you won't see ads. Please let me know. We're 10 seconds away from it ending. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, Sonny. Okay, guys, we're back from an ad break. I just wanted to make sure that people who had the ad break could hear this too, because I think it's an important message, you know. Sometimes what we are looking for is already on its way to here. That what we're looking for isn't about the prize at the end of the rainbow. It's the journey itself sometimes. We have already been on this journey. This past that we have lived was the journey. The prize at the end of the rainbow is what you are experiencing right now. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to let it go. The self-hate, the self-anger, the self-regrets, all of that stuff that's hurting your heart. Let's start to let you know that it's time to let it go and to express it in a way that will be healthy for you to express. You know my plate ritual. I know you've heard it before. So go grab an ugly old plate. Go write on it what makes you feel the way you feel. Because those emotions need to be let out. But you need to destroy those emotions so that they can't keep getting in your way from happiness. That's what stops you from happiness. And that's what we're doing now. Now we have to let all of that go. It's not we're angry with the world. We're angry at ourselves for not doing it sooner. We're angry at ourselves for not learning these lessons sooner. We're angry at ourselves because it took this long to get here. We're angry at ourselves because we didn't do some of the things we should have done. And we think back on all of those things and we keep going hooey wooey 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 in a big ass circle that we are like, when do I get out of this fucking cycle? Are you listening out there? Hi TC if you are. Because it's time to break free of that cycle. The pupil card is here to tell you, let this be the last time you have to learn this. Let this be the last time you have to experience this. You choose your path. You choose your destiny. You choose your fate. This lesson is there to guide you to whatever you want to do next. The best experience that you can have for your life. Maybe you needed to go through this so you could finally free yourself of the pattern that's been getting in your way most of your life. So break free from the pattern and decide to take a different new path, one that's more positive, one that's more aware. Because what your universal card is coming here to tell you, and what your destiny card is telling me to tell you is this. It's about time you stop beating up on yourself and stop taking all of the stuff that you don't need to take with you. You are not on a long marathon anymore. We're telling you to sit in the car and drive the last leg of the life that we have to give you. We want you to be comfortable. We want you to have all the fuel you need. We want you to have all the comforts that you want, the heat, the air, the good working car, all of it. But we need you to understand that you have to start to drive down that road by not taking it all that crap with you. You got to leave the junk on the side of the road so somebody else can come get it maybe. Who cares? You're not going to just throw it away anywhere. Throw it away somewhere you know it won't come back to you. It's time to understand that we are trying to drive ourselves forward. Into the future, we are becoming something new and different. That means we have to choose to get off of the hard, long walk and get into the car, put our music on, grab our favorite drink, grab our favorite buddies. Don't smoke, don't drink and drive. Do the appropriate things on the road, but pay attention to the signs on the road. Pay attention to the speed limits that are put there for a reason. Pay attention to the road itself. But don't carry the crap that you don't want in your life with you anymore. Don't put it in that trunk. Only put in that trunk what you need to survive the journey that you are going to be on. Now you will get to the end of that path in your own time. Yes, you may have a long ways to go still, but at least now you can ride in comfort and allow some of this stuff to finally drive into you what you want to do for you now. It's your turn again, you know? It's your turn to drive your path forward and let some of this crap go, because all they really want you to know and these were the two cards that popped up, is that it's time to take that leap of faith that you're scared to take. That's what you're afraid of. It's not the loneliness, it's not the pain. It's what happens when you finally overcome them. That's what we're scared of. Because what does it mean when we're finally happy and have everything we want? What are we scared of the most, Sonny? Huh? What are we scared of the most? Losing it, right? Well, we've lost a lot already. We don't want to lose any more, right? I'm here to tell you you're going to lose way more than you ever thought, possibly imagined coming in the future, because we all lose something every day. We all lose something every single day. And I'm almost to you, Nicole, okay? I'm getting into the God cards and then we're doing. You know you have to use this catalyst, this rough patch that you've been going through, to ignite the flame, to put that flame in a place that's going to burn for a while. In that solar plexus, in that hard-headed mind, it's time to melt those barriers. It's time to ignite the flame we want to light. Let's use this shit that has been getting in our way to ignite our path forward. Let's take the leap of faith, because we know we're protected. We know we will be okay. Right? And that's what they have to tell you. I thought there was a third card, but I don't see a third card. I could have swore a third card popped out, but I don't see it anymore. Let me just double check. Nope. Make sure it didn't fall down or something, because they do tend to do that from time to time. Nope, no cards on the ground. Okay, that's all I have to tell you then. San, I hope that helped you in some way, shape, or form today. I really do hope it does. Good. All right, Nicole. It is your turn. Let me cleanse these cards out for you. I see your numbers. Throw me your question. Or what kind of a reading you want today. All right. Cleansing cards. Cleansing cards. We're going to really clean for you, Nicole. Because I can feel you want a really good, clean reading. I want to clean these cards extra special. Don't worry. I'll get you. What do you want to know? All right, we're ready. What kind of reading do we need, Nicole? That wasn't even worth reading. Okay. Here are your 3 official shuffles. Do you want God cards if they pop out? Yes or no? Okay, just I was making sure. And you're welcome, Sen. Have a great day. Thank you for always coming in and sharing your love with me. Appreciate that. Yeah, you want them. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right, here we go with your 3 official shuffles for the question you asked. 1, 2, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got a 5 God card message right off the bat. That was only 2. Here comes your last shuffle. 3. Okay. Here we go. And you want 2. 1. And the second card is... How do we protect ourselves from people stealing our luck or blessings, right? Okay. Here we go. This is how we do it. You're very welcome. I'm always blessed by my gods, but thank you for your blessing as well. And boy, do we have some talking to do, Nicole. Because you have all winter cards, or you have all emotion cards here, okay? That means I have to read what's on top. So it's a very physical, mental, and spiritual way. You got physical, spiritual, and mental here as well. When you get cards like this, it's trying to really tell you something about your emotional state right now. So pay close attention. This might help you very well, okay? First and foremost, the way you stop them from stealing your luck and blessings is this. You have to stop worrying about every little crack you step on, every little person who comes along and may say they're spreading bad juju your way. You have to stop being afraid of them. You have more power than them. You have more strength than them. You have more love than them. We can't let the frozen ice, the thin ice we're scared to break. If it breaks, we break, but we move on. It may be something that we have to step into to break free of. Maybe we need to break free of saying, I accept you stealing my luck, stealing my blessings. The only person who can give that away is you, Nicole. So ask yourself, why are you giving away your luck and your blessings to people who don't deserve it? Huh? Are you stepping in the broken glass being afraid to hurt people? Maybe it's time to hurt people. Maybe it's time to let the emotions out in a very physical way for you. Maybe it's punching a bag. Maybe it's smashing a plate. Maybe it's doing something completely different that's healthy and safe for you to do. Okay? But we got to let it out. We can't. You go to the gym and you take it out on that bag. Take it out on the beanbag. Take it out on your pillow. I don't care. But pretend that's everybody who's ever done that, stealing that, that luck and blessings from you. No one's trying to steal your luck or blessings. You are giving it away freely because you don't believe you have that power. That's what you're doing. You're freezing in place. Like you are frozen on thin ice and you are walking so carefully, being afraid of what may hurt you, that when it finally does break and it doesn't do anything to you, you're still like, oh no, there's another one. I overthink. When your ancient knowledge has told you, say, did you come in here with a raid? I didn't give me a raid message, so in case you did, hi everybody. But welcome on NTC, my baby streamer and my baby student. I love you very much. So anyway, but it's time to listen to the knowledge that you've gained from the time you can remember to now. It was there to teach you stuff for a reason. So if you need to protect yourself, yes, you did. Because the ancient knowledge you possess and the power that you possess within you, when you gift something like a luck to somebody, when you gave them one luck, that luck was given in perfect love and perfect trust. It will come back to you in a good way. You just might have to wait a little bit for it. So remind yourself that everything you give that's with your truest, best heart, that's a true gift, will come back to you. That will come back to you and make you feel that part of yourself you need to be the most closest to. You need to start to trust this. No one can steal your power. No one can steal your luck. No one can steal your blessings. No one. If you are given a blessing, it is given to you. If you are given luck, it is given to you. The only person who can give it away is you. The only person who can let it be freed is you. So ask yourself why you've been letting that go and why you are giving it to everybody who doesn't deserve it, because it's time to donate that back to yourself. No. No. The answer is no, Nicole. No. No one can manipulate you from taking your blessings away from you. No one. You either give it to them or you don't give it to them. Okay, Nicole, I want you to take this cup of coffee right now from my very screen. Come on. Come on, take the fucking cup of coffee. Come on. Can I make you do this? Can you even do this? Okay, this is what you're talking about here. Take the fucking cup out of my hands and take it into your own hands and show me on screen you got my cup. All right, then. Until you can do that, no one can manipulate anything from you, because I can't do it, and I'm a pretty powerful person. Okay? What you need to do is donate back to self. It's time to heal yourself. It's time to donate back to you. It's time for you to get what you deserve. It's time for you to get that mental, beautiful, wonderful donation to yourself. You give it back to you. Yes, you can. You can take the blessings. You can take the wonder, the hope. Why are you so afraid of being happy? Why? Why are you so afraid that this pain, this crap you think you need to carry is all it is and will ever be in your life? Really? You haven't learned your lesson by now? You don't know that you really need to give back to yourself? You need to go have a weekend away from everybody and everything and self-reflect and start to take back your power again, Nicole, because you give it away. You're not missing anything. The reassessment card only pops up because you aren't missing anything. You think you're missing something, but you're not. You know what you're waiting for? Things to develop, things to start to happen for you. But until you can give back to yourself the good, loving stuff you've ever given everybody else, the only person who can tell you you failed is who? What is failure mean to you? What does failure really mean? That you have to begin to be someone different and new all over again? That you have to face those fears and live through them in spite of them? You're scared you might fail or get betrayed. Then don't get yourself betrayed by don't trusting the wrong people. You're scared you might fail? Then don't fail. Don't allow yourself the the thought in your head that you will even fail. You will already see yourself succeeding. Tell yourself right now, I will be the happiest person I will ever be in a year from today. It will take a year to do it, but I guarantee you, by the end of this year, you will be a more healthier, beautiful person if you give back to yourself. Right now, you need to do this. Who cares? If anybody else tries to give you anything else, you go deal with you. Everybody who wants to give you something, that's a gift. You don't have to take a gift. You don't have to open the gift and take it into you. And you want to know if people can affect all of this luck and blessings and stuff from you? The only one who can give anything away is you. So stop giving it away. Start giving it to yourself, which is what you really need to do right now. And then their gods come to tell you the other half of the story here. So I don't know if you had another question you were asking out there in the universe, but I think I've told you everything you need to hear with that. It's whether or not you want to listen and do it. That's up to you. I can't tell you to take care of yourself. I can't tell you that that's what you need to do. You either decide that's what you need to do or that you do it in your own time. I hope you don't have to go through the universe knocking you all the way down to really rock bottom. You think you've reached rock bottom, but you haven't. You haven't. You have not reached rock bottom. You are far from rock bottom. You are higher in a level than you think you are. But we have God cards, so let's see what they have to say. Yep. 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 And yep. Nicole, don't be a target. Be a shield. Let go of the past. Let it go. Let it all go. All of the anxiety, all of that crap, all of that shit that you have in your past, it's just a history book. It's not your war chronicle that tells you what you've been through. It's just the facts, only the facts. Consider it just the facts. Don't let your emotions be attached to things that aren't in your life now. Let the past go so you can take the brave step forward. Cherish the life you have. Start seeing the beautiful things that's staring you right in front of your face today there. Welcome in, first-time chatter, Marshall and the Marbles. Welcome in, welcome in. And it's time to cherish yourself. It's time to look at yourself in that mirror and see the beautiful person you are. To start to look at yourself like a lover looks at a lover. This is me and my wife on our wedding day, but it's not that you need to learn to love a lover. It's I need to learn to love myself, the feminine and the masculine. I need to cherish who I am today because of that past. Cherish where I got to now. Cherish I have the opportunity to change, to make it better, because I have to decide I am not an ugly old flower anymore. I was always born a beautiful flower. I will always be a beautiful flower. And Nicole, for God's sakes, you are not a dandelion. You are a goddamn beautiful flower who is very loved by a lot of different people. Stop telling yourself that shit because it's all a bunch of bullshit. Finally, it's time for you to let it go. Whatever you think has got you, whatever thing you think has got a hold of you, you have the damn power. Release what you don't want back into the universe and let your hard-earned gods or your guides show you how to let it go. Go out to a field and scream it out. Go to a gym and box it out. Go within yourself and scream to the top of your lungs within your mind and let it all out that way if that's where you go. Because you need to release that past, that everything, so that you can finally stop navigating around the problems of your life, Nicole. You can't be like my wife, being so stubborn and refusing to move. What she used to do to herself was she used to go down into her ocean. She lived in death. She lived in despair. She lived in depression and abuse. She lived in all of that for years and years and years. She wasn't just abused by one person. She was abused over and over and over and over again until she met this man here, okay? But that wasn't my journey to complete her. I could never complete her. She had to learn how to do something herself. Because instead of navigating through the problems of her life, she would just swim around them so she didn't have to deal with them, right? So she navigated around these things like a whale navigates the sea. Around everything that they need to get around, they can do it, right? But you know what she learned how to do? Because she learned how her stubborn nature could be her power, how her all of that which she was doing in her life could be doing that. It's time to break free of that pattern. It's time to come up for that fresh breath of air. Take in the new life that you have been given. Take in the air. Take in the life's blood of everything that's being given to you. All the blessings that are being given to you are yours. No one gets to take that from you. No one. Exactly. So break free of the cycle. Come and breach the surface of that ocean floor. Come up for that joyful breath of fresh air and scream for joy how happy I am today, because now I choose that tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and even today right now will be my best one ever. I will have the best life ever because I will breach the surface floor. I will take up that air. And when I go back down into my life, instead of navigating around my issues, I'm going to navigate through them. If I have to go through them to get through them so I never have to deal with them again and get out of the goddamn fucking cycle, the only way you break the cycle is to go through it and learn from it. That's the only way you learn how to break a cycle. And then you've got to choose to live that cycle. Reading done, butt kick done, you're done. You are beautiful, Nicole. Beautiful. From a screen, from a person I can't see, I can't do anything but feel. I want you to know you are a very blessed soul. And you have a very blessed future if you allow it to happen. But you got to stop getting in your own head. You got to let that shit go. And that's what you're being challenged with right now. That's what your lesson is right now. Can you finally break free of this cycle? Can you finally do this? The universe has been trying to help you, but you aren't listening, so they're putting you through the most harshest lesson you will ever learn, so you will finally get it. So that's why you're going through this. It's not, you want to consider it anything, it's your higher power, it's your God trying to help you move through the things you need to move through. That's why you're going through all of this. That's why you feel like things are being taken away from you. They have to empty the cup before they can fill it up with what you want. You have to empty out the cup of all of the slush and the ugly crap you used to live in that has to go away. You have to wash that cup clean. And then you have to pour the new brilliant, beautiful gold liquid you want into your life back into you. You're emptying out your cup so that you can fill yourself up with what you want. That's all they want you to do. And try to find peace and try to find happiness by understanding what those words mean to you. And recognizing you have more power and more control of your life than you think you do. You choose to say, just you saying, I will start to break the cycle. Own it. Write it down on a sheet of paper. Today I break the cycle. What are you breaking a cycle of? Why are you breaking it? When will this become reality? Sign it, date it, put it in a folder for a year and a day, then go back and read it. And remind yourself, you did that. You did that. Not other people stealing your energy, not other things trying to steal your energy. You did it. Preach. Thank you. It's cleaner than the mat that's underneath it. That's the only reason I'm using it. I also have a crayon one. I also have a universe one. I also have well, I used to have a couple more, but they're all gone now. Good. Claim it today. Claim it, Nicole. Claim that new path today. Claim it. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest breaking your life cycle, like ending your life or any thing stupid like that, okay? But I think you understood that. Thank you for saying that, Elka, just in case that was something in her head. You know, break the cycle of life, not your life cycle. All right? You're breaking free of one cycle so that you can go into a different cycle. One that renews you, replenishes you, that makes you change, that makes you grow. The circle is always changing and growing. You know, Crypto, I love the Vikings like the gods love me. Unconditionally, but that doesn't mean I don't get disappointed from time to time. Okay? Oh, good. Go do it. Do it. Do it, Nicole. I know you wouldn't. Like I said, I didn't think that was an issue, even a thought in your mind. But I think she was talking about a different kind of life cycle, though. She might. Why don't you elaborate, Elka, why I start shuffling this deck for Crypto here? And get starting to do Crypto's reading. Crypto, please, again with one more time. Tell me the... Oh, wait. Vikings this year? If you're talking about the Minnesota Vikings, I have about as much hope for them as I had last year. I hope that they can come back. I wish they would go back to what they did that very first year. I think they need to go back to that game plan. That seemed to work better than what they were doing, not last year, the year before when they first came out, when he was first head coach, when he almost got to the goddamn Super Bowl. Yeah, he needs to do that, but he needs to re-implement that kind of mentality again. And I believe that the players have to stop bickering with one another over stupid shit like, I don't know if it's like team togetherness, or they always feel like they're the underdog. They have to stop believing that they're in their own pattern too. Everyone says the Vikings will never win the Super Bowl. The day they do, the world will end. That's the way we think about the Vikings. You know, we know that it's not going to happen maybe one day, but maybe when the world ends too. And that's about when we think it will happen. The world will start. Jesus will come down and we'll all start floating to heaven as the Vikings are winning the Super Bowl. Okay, I'm just saying. Whatever it may be, it may be. So, Crypto, can you throw me your numbers one more time, please? Because I didn't see them. And just in case you do have a question, please pose that again because the chat went all the way up. Yeah, they're only human. If you're asking me to do cards on the Vikings, I'm going to stop right now and say they'll do what they're going to do. It's not just a one-person thing. It's a whole team we're talking about. 10 and 5, general reading then? Yep. You sure can. You're at the end of the list. That's going to be about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're probably going to be at least an hour before I get to you there. You have about an hour before I get to you, maybe. So I'd say go take a shower because, and I'll wait for you, okay? Don't worry, I won't close readings down until you come back, okay? So go take a shower, let me know when you come back. All right, here we go, guys. 10 and 5, am I on the right path? Let me clear these cards off for you and give you the reading you deserve today. As I start to shuffle these cards, I start to get what I call a download, And it's kind of like the information suddenly starts to flow into my head as I'm starting to shuffle for you. And it's a really strange feeling because it feels like I'm being connected, like a phone is connected. Like when you pick up a phone and you hear a call and you hear someone on the other end. And then they don't talk words, they send messages in my head, And I have to filter out or not filter out what you need to hear, Sometimes it just goes blah out of my mouth. Blah out of my mouth. Yeah, so, am I on the right path? We'll try to find out here for you today, but I just wanted you to know I'm human too. So Remind yourself of that even though I tell you these wonderful, beautiful things, I hope you all realize that the future has always been in your own hands, that you decide your fate and destiny when you're here. Free will is a real thing, and so is date and destiny, and so is predetermination of what you're supposed to do while you're here. But that's still tempered with choice. That's still tempered with free will. And the higher powers that we believe in just want us to do the best job we can. It's like parents watching your kids go outside and play. We don't want them to get hurt. We want them to go out and have fun. We want them to go out and love and experience life. But what can't we do for them? Live their lives, because it's there. So, 10 and 5 it is. You got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. God card. 7, 8, 9, and 10. One God card for you. And the 5th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5th card on top. This is what you need to know if you're on the right path or not. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. We ready? Are we ready, Crypto? All right, Crypto. Are we on the right path, right? Well, are you? Because all they're asking you to do is wander right now. They're not saying that you have to choose a hard or easy path right now. You don't have to choose an unseen path right now. You don't even have to wait right now. You don't have to go down the past. You don't have to try to do it the hard way or the easy way. They just want you to lay in the lazy river and go with the flow for once. Maybe the only thing you have yet to do is let in the lazy river and let it carry you downhill. Let the cycles that you're living in conclude. So what is the last step we need to do, Crypto? Before we begin our rebirth process, can you say it with me? What do we need to do during our rebirth section? Can you say it with me, Crypto? Because the cycle that you're in is like a leaf on a tree. You're gonna lose some of the things that were the most important things to you, but they fall to the ground and they become a part of you as well. But they don't just become a part of you, they become a transformed part of you. That leaf dies for a reason. That leaf grows for a reason. That leaf has to be reborn every year. And it doesn't get a choice to do it, just like you don't get a choice to do it. So are you going to live in the cycles that are being shown to you right now? Well, are you? Are you going to let yourself continue to be in the same cycle you've been in? Are you? Are you done? Are you really done with it? Are you done beating up on yourself and saying you deserve a job that doesn't work out for you? Friends who don't want to support you? People who don't want to be around you in your life? Are you really, really ready to say, I am done with all of that crap, all that toxicity in my life? Are you really ready to let it go? Are you ready to break free of that cycle and let that leaf fall to the ground? Good. I think you should quit sooner than that, but that's my opinion. Okay, that takes care of it. If you put your vacation in, that's fine. You just taking the rest of your vacation. At the end of your vacation will probably be more the 2 weeks that you're doing. That way you get paid for the 2 weeks and you still get the money, but you don't have to go back to work anymore. Once you go on vacation, you're basically done. You know what I'm saying? Right? Exactly. So, what are we choosing to do now, Crypto? A new chapter has begun. We're not looking into darkness anymore. We're not looking into the abyss anymore. We're not looking for the negative anymore. We've had enough of the negative. Life has been negative. I know negative so well, I don't need to learn the negative anymore. Can we say it, people? I don't need to live in the negative anymore. I don't need to live in the uncertainty anymore. I just have to be better at where I put that mirror. Do I face that mirror and see that I am is the darkness behind me? And what is in front of that mirror if I move that mirror? I choose to look at the section of mirror that reflects back into me. So the more and more you give into the positive future that you have, that's already a part of you, that forgiveness, that atonement, that everything. Remember what Jesus was really about. When you talk about Jesus, and baby Jesus at that, he was a miracle, a predetermined event of a woman giving a virgin birth. And what did they follow? They followed follow the star in the sky to find baby Jesus. Who led them to baby Jesus? 3 fucking pagans led them to baby Jesus, okay? It weren't no fucking Jewish people. It was 3 nomadic people, okay? Remember, he had a story too. But look how his story ended. He gave his life to us for a reason, right? He gave his life for us for a reason. He didn't go up on that cross to be a martyr. He went up on that cross to show us how much he loved us. That he loved us so much he was willing to take the sin with him. Right? That's what Jesus is about. So I have one last question to ask you there, Crypto. Have you learned your lesson yet? Crypto, have we learned our lesson now? Oh, dear God, please, have you learned your lesson now, Crypto? Good! Then you don't need to relive it anymore, do you? But you don't need to relive that lesson every day, do you? Do you? No! Okay, then. Don't! And remind yourself that this is a part of your journey. You're going through this for a reason. That this is going to lead you to that treasure you want to find someday. Going through this is what you need to go through for a part of your journey, is what they're basically saying to you, Crypto. That this is a part of it, that you need to go through this. That once you get through it, what do you get to choose to do? What do you get to do? Okay, so you've been through it, right? You're out of that, right? What path do you want to find now? What are you looking for now? Do you know what happy looks like? Do you know what peace looks like? Do you know what that looks like? Well, God damn it, go get it. What are you waiting for? It's waiting right there for you. You just got to go take it. It's right there. It's like going, yummy, happy. You want the best? Okay, Crypto, I want to give you this today. You want to know how I learned how to love myself? You want the real thing that got it kicked off for me? Are you ready for it? Well, you're texting me from an island. Okay. You know what finally convinced me how to love myself? It was my baby girl cat. It was my 3-year-old baby girl cat who taught me how to love myself. My Ari on road. My Ari. She wasn't a very in my arms kind of a creature like Lucifer is now. She was more Beth's cat than my cat. But when she did choose to show me affection, she would crawl up right about here. There would be a cat stand right about where my hand is, right? And she would lay in the window with the window open, and she would just lay there and bask in the sun like most clothes would do, right? When she was younger, she would put her belly up for me. Now, whatever inspired me to do this, I don't know. I think it was something within myself that needed to do this, right? And I look at my baby girl on that counter, and I start thinking to myself, I should squish her belly. I just want to squish her belly. Just because I want to see what happens, right? So I start going, squish the kitty, squish the kitty, squish the kitty. Just like that, okay? And she would wiggle around in the happiest, most brilliant, beautiful thing. She would lay in the sun and take in my love and my trust completely. She didn't take anything but my love. She basked in the sun and she wiggled on a fucking cat tree. That's all she needed to be happy. Why couldn't I do that? Well, why couldn't I do that? And then I let the crap go. I emptied myself. The universe didn't do it. I did it. I'm the one who let it all go. I'm the one who became unknown prophet because I realized in my life and my journey, I had to embrace that I didn't have to know what was going to happen next. That I have to let the universe come to me. I have to lay in the lazy river too. That I have to let the universe carry me the rest of the way. I have to let go of my control. I have to let go of my anxiety, my fear, my wants, my needs, my everything. I want to be a man of service, but that takes a lot of real, true belief in things. And I'm starting to let some of that old crap go so that I can get to that place that I'm supposed to get to. The next place I get to be in is called ether. And they're starting to prepare me for being in the ether. That's when the light and the dark come together. That little bright spot that connects the two sides of who we are. That's spirit. That's what you're made of. You're made of the combination of both light and dark. God is in you because God broke himself up into every particle that's a part of us. That's why we can manifest change in our lives. So go take that with you and do that today, okay? Texting me from an island, it must be hard. Oh, dear God, you poor, poor person living on an island. Is it tropical? Are you in places where you're going to get lots of storms and crap and stuff like that? I don't know. Earthly Empress, welcome back, my young, beautiful lady. Crazy on the stupid, dumb. Clearing off the cards, Maui. Okay, well then you're in Maui. So put the phone down. In fact, turn the phone off and go enjoy your goddamn vacation. Please. Peace out. I'll see you when you're done with your vacation. Bye. I don't want to see you in anybody's reading room until you're done with your goddamn vacation. Go take the vacation, unplug, and get back to what you really need to get back to. Really. Be safe. Yes, of course, keep things on for other things, but please, yeah. Go on vacation and be on vacation. You deserve it, don't you? Well, fine. Preach. America. Ugh. Yeah, yes, we are full of vigor and piss and vinegar, and we do act on our emotions and feelings a lot, but I'll tell you what. I would not want to be in no other country than the United States of America in my lifetime. I'm glad I was here. All right, let's see. 6 and 8. Question is, my sister is stealing money from me and forging her name on checks. Okay, you want to know if she's doing that to you, right? I meant stealing money from our mom. Okay, so it's not you per se, it's your mom, right? All right. And your numbers are 7 and 8? Okay. Cleansing the cards off a little bit more for you here. So I can clear you off for Empress's reading here. Clearing the cards. Yep. All right. Just want to make sure I get the right energy here, Empress. You know how that works. I'm already feeling jumpers for you, so you're going to get God cards. I can guarantee it. You don't, I'd be surprised. How about that? Here are your 7 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See how that happened on the last thing? Almost had another one. And the 8th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8th card. And we have a 1, 2, 3 God card message for you, my friend. So we'll get to that afterwards. Remind me, I have 3 cards in case one falls down or something like that. Sometimes I think I count the cards and I think they disappear somehow. Could be them. And we did the counting of the 8 already, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're putting these cards out. Did I count 8 already, Earthly Empress? I counted 8 already, right? Sorry, I kind of got lost there for a second in the thought. Does anyone remember? Did I count 8 out yet? I think I did, but I'm not sure. Okay, I thought I did, but okay. Yeah. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. It's kind of what you need to tell yourself right now. You told yourself, right? You told yourself that you knew what was really going on. Your intuition's on point. You know it. You don't need to be questioning intuition right now. You know what your power is capable of. You know who you are. You know what you're here to do. You don't have those as many questions as other people do. I know you have your fair share of them. Not saying you don't, but we're asking about if your sister is stealing money from you. Well, fucking Christ, why do you think you're asking yourself the goddamn question in the first place? If you're asking yourself the question, what's probably happening? Right? You claim your power. But remember, I feel like you're the eldest sibling, right? You have a little bit more pull. And is your mom in a state where she can't take care of herself? Then maybe you need to take the responsibility off of her shoulders and your shoulders and let somebody else take care of her for a while. So that no one can steal the money from her. Is there a government agency that can take over and paying her bills that will make sure she gets the care she needs? Do you have that within your system, right? What you're trying to discover now is, how do I understand that yes, my sister is probably trying to steal, not really trying to steal money. It's more like she feels like she's borrowing it because she's in trouble. And I don't think you understand the whole situation. Okay, so like I said, I feel like you're the more mature one. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's like in age she's older, yes, but she acts like a kid. You're more of the one who acts like an adult. Okay. That's kind of what I was feeling. So, but you know that you can't just let her place her seeds in you and watch them grow. You can't allow her to put anything in you that will grow right now, okay? You don't need to foster any more feelings of resentment against your sister. It's as simple as this. Earthly Empress, go to your sister, look her dead in the eyes and say, are you stealing money from mom? Are you in trouble and you're afraid to tell me? Because the seeds you need to start to plant are not ones of accusing, but ones of, can I help? Can I be the empath I know I am, the empress that I've told myself I would become? Because you're a woman of service. So why can't you be a woman of service with your own sister too? If she's going through something and you think she's stealing, I don't think she's trying to steal. I think she's just trying to borrow because she's in trouble. I don't know if you understand. Yeah, she can be shitty at times. Yeah, she can be a pain in the ass at times, but she's trying to find her own way in her own way. She doesn't know how to do the things you know how to do. Her life is chaos because she doesn't know how to accept change. She doesn't know how to accept that she puts herself in the position she's in. Even though she's had several people tell her that, she is not ready to hear it. You have to put the seeds that you can put down into the ground right now and what you do want to grow in her. I want to foster one and only thing: perfect love and perfect trust, perfect service. That's all I can do for her. If I can't do those things for her, then I make sure my mom is protected. Protected from me, protected from her, if that's what it takes. If she's the one in control of your mom's estate or she has power of attorney or whatever, ask that. Yes, you can ask a follow-up as well. That might be what your God cards are about. But let's get into why we need to go into the future just a little bit here before we get to your other question. Because I think it may answer your question. Because you can change. She's a part of your pack, your family. She'll always be a part of that family. That doesn't mean she has to be the family of choice, okay? There are ways to make sure that sibling or person who is misusing their parents' funds gets the appropriate kind of reaction from the appropriate people. So if you think it is true, go confront your sister first. If she denies it and doesn't say anything about it, then report it. Let the people who are in charge of the government or people who are in charge of keeping the rules enforce the rules. Because if she's doing something illegal, she needs to be put in her place. You have to choose your family, what your family is going to be. You can't let your older sister affect you like that anymore. And it's time to her to tend to back to herself again, and she doesn't know how to do that. So if you're going to do anything, help her try to tend back to herself. If this is what she needs to get back on her feet, maybe you just say, I know you've needed some money. You may be taking a little bit from mom, and I don't care. I want you to go take it to heal, but I want you to pay it back too, okay? That's all you got to say if that's what you really feel. You know what the right words are, okay? I don't know the right words, but it's definitely time for her to tend back to self a little bit more, like you all know, you know very well, but also on your card too as well, for this being your destiny card right here. And I think this will kind of move into the next question you have about other things. So I'm going to let you ask your other question here. Go ahead and ask the other question when you're ready. But I think you understand what I mean by the tending part. Go ahead. Whenever you're ready, ask your question. That's what I'm here for, Earth. All right. Anybody else out there would like a reading? Please let me know now. I may be closing the queue here in a little bit. So I'm going to give you 15 more minutes to get in the queue. Whenever you're ready, I will read it. And then we've got God cards too. So this may be the answer to this question. 3 God cards, remember. I may answer that question. So I just want you to type it out before I flip the cards. And I already know you want your God cards, but you can say it if you want. Just in case, do you want your God cards? I think you already said you did. So I don't. Yes, you said you did. Yeah. All right, you do. I just want you to finish typing your message. Okay, this doesn't have to do with this here. I think she did. I think she did. Because she's selfish. All you can do is cancel your card and get a new card. I'm saying, follow the right systems. You know what to do here. If you're living in Connecticut, you know that you have a government and a place who can help you with all of this stuff. If they're doing stuff like that, then you need to finally report them. You need to report them. You need to report any electronic thing that could be in your name. You need to go to your bank, and if you have to close down the account and start a new account so that can't be used anymore. That's what has to happen. That's what has to happen. Yes, it means you have to reset everything back up. But isn't that worth more to you than having to deal with this shit anymore? Hello? Hello? Even I know that. God cards incoming. And people often ask me why I don't have reversals on my cards. Because my cards weren't designed to have reversals. But they often show up backwards for a reason, so I can see them come up first, So I can see the words first before I share them with you. Yeah, exactly. And the only way you can fix that shit, there's only one way to fix that identity stuff. And that is to go either through a company that can reinstate yourself with all of your stuff, like one of those places that gives you the good credit where you go be a part of them, kind of a D. You know what I'm saying? So, and all you can do is wipe yourself completely clean of everything and start the fuck over. And then make sure Social Security knows, make sure the FBI knows, make sure the appropriate authorities know. because that is something you have proof of. That can be something that you can get proof of. If you didn't authorize that purchase, go to your bank and say, I do not authorize this electronic bill, and they won't approve that electronic bill. They'll deny it. I wish I had some green to smoke, or anything to smoke. I am completely out of money right now, so I cannot take a drag for you. So I don't even have that much food in the fridge right now, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been a little bit hard for these last couple of weeks, but we're going to be okay. We just got a box of food from a company called Mom's Meals today, so this is what you need to do, Earthly. Okay? Stop letting it affect you. Don't contemplate a new change. Don't sit around and think about it forever. Either pick a new path that can start you over from scratch, like a bankruptcy or a credit repair program, or you go back and you go through every single thing you need to go through and re-sign up if you need to, start new accounts again, and anything else you don't need right now out there. And if it comes out there, then let their credit department deal with the fraud of it, okay? If she does enough of it, she'll go to jail for it. But I think you got to stop sitting around contemplating what she's going to do next. And I don't know, I think this kind of has a little bit to do with the last reading, at least this card does. And then you know that you're never going to be able to change her. She's going to be who she is. You just got to keep moving and living in the things that you can do to change your life. And these cards are for you, not for your sister, okay? So I don't think you feel like you're missing anything. You know that things are on their way. So you kind of have to let things happen a little bit here. Maybe it's time to share the right kind of information with the right kind of people. That's why you got the share card. Because you need to stop contemplating it and start to share it. You have to stop reassessing everything and let what you do know be known. If you do it appropriately, all that stress will be taken away for you, because you won't have to deal with it anymore, because other people will be doing it for you. Add in just 28 seconds. So we have an ad break. We're going to take a 28-second break while I am going to go to the bathroom real quick. I will be back in 5 minutes, guys. Hopefully sooner than that, but I think it's just a pee, but it can take me up to 10 minutes sometimes. I have to walk down the hallway and stuff. And I will be back for Tansy's reading after the bathroom break. All right? And as of right now, I am closing the queue for the remainder of the stream. So get in here now. When I come back from the bathroom, I will close it out. So I'll be right back. Okay, Tans? And I'm back, you guys. Thank you for your patience. I apologize for the long wait. It took me a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. So, we're going to get to your reading now. Your best Tansy, if you're here, let me know. Marina Marbles, if you're here, let me know. Alka, if you're still here, please let me know. Just kind of checking and making sure the people are here, okay? I thought I saw wasn't TC on my list? Maybe she took herself off. Or maybe I did her already. Shut the fuck up, Beth. You know what I mean. Nope, I never did. Oh, she came in. She said hi. I don't think she ever signed up for a reading. If she did, she went off. All right, anyway, moving along. Moving right along. Diddy-dum, diddy-dum. 5 and 3, love, please. You got it. Let me clear the cards off for you first, okay, Tans? So we're clearing the cards off for you. Something I need to do with myself, too. I need to tend more to myself. That's what I'm doing, trying to do more of. Except for this stuff here, I am trying to tend to myself better. Probably just shut that off. Until we have it. It will actually make a difference. It's going to be warm enough we don't need that thing on it anymore. Did you hear me? When you get a chance, will you turn off turn it to the off position?
Oh.
Because we don't need it. It's not going to help us anyway. Let's just turn it off so it stops drawing energy and maybe burning out that damn thing again.
Yeah.
All right. Here are your 5 official shelfies on the love thing there, Tans. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. No God cards, Tans. 1, 2, and the third card is. Just one thing I gotta do here, so. My coffee is freezing. Oops. More coffee on the ground than I wanted. Oh no, coffee spilled. That's it, Sam. Sorry, goddess, I spilled the coffee for you today. Alright. If you need a little bit more, let me know. Otherwise, I've got the last of it in my cup. Yeah. On to you, Tansy, about the love thingy. So, just so you know that, yep, you did. You're right on, exactly on time. You're fine. Like I said, you're back just in right. I knew you had plenty of time to take a shower and stuff like that. It was like, go take a shower. I'm going to be a while before I get to you. Because I'm in Tansy's reading right now. I got Marbles next, and then I've got you. After that, you're my last reading. I am officially closing the queue as of right now. So, Alka, you are now my official last reading. So, okay. All right, now working on to you there, Tansy. So we have discovered that yes, we had to deal with some of the past. We had to get past some of the bad juju or the mistakes we thought we made along the way, or the bad patterns we used to live in. We're finally moving out of our past and into our future. We've actually taken that step to begin a new way forward. And I know you're feeling it right now, like you finally taken that one step forward you needed to take to move your path forward. That's what you're doing now with your streaming and when you do decide to go online and do things for stuff like that. You know? And realizing that past defined who you were and it helped you become the person you are now. And that you had to learn to love self a little bit before you could learn to love somebody else. And maybe there's a tiny bit of that left, but I wouldn't say there's much, honestly. Because you've gotten to a point where I feel loved and accepted of who I am, no matter if it's a person or not. Remember, we're not trying to find someone specific here. We're trying to find real, true love. And embracing both the parts of who you are. Whether you realize it or not, we all have masculine and feminine within us. It's one chromosome away from being a different person. That's all it takes to be a woman, is one chromosome away to become a woman or a man. You know? And we all have that within us. Whether we want to realize it or not, we have the very primordial start. We all start out as females. Do you realize that? That we all start out as females, but because that chromosome comes in and tells our body to change into a male, that's when we become male. You know what I'm saying? So, all those people who have those double, the non-binaries, the people who believe that they have more within them than just one specific thing, that's why they feel like that. Because they have embraced the part of themselves that only makes sense to them. Their non-binariness. I don't understand all of this stuff. I am within the community, but even I don't understand all of it sometimes. Even I need to be educated sometimes about all of this. Even I need to learn how to embrace some of the things that may feel uncomfortable at times, right? So, love is on its way, and we just have to embrace it when it happens. Just know that we're ready for it, and that when it comes, we just embrace it like we would embrace ourselves. Because we've dealt with the past, so we can embrace our future. or what we're doing right now, which is looking. We're looking now. In the future, how do you find that love? Get around the community you want to be a part of, the kind of people you want to be a part of. And let the people who are a part of your inner circle help you with this. The people who are closest to you help you with this. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's another person who's a cousin, an uncle, or you know what I mean, right? It's somebody who's appropriately your age, who is single too, who's looking for the same things you are, and then you just got to match what you want for a husband, what she wants for a wife. Well, let's not go that far. How about we just start with learning to learn one about one another first before we go into the whole fairy tale ending of it all, okay? Let's just begin to get back into a place where we're more social. We're being out there in the real world a little bit more, not so kept inside, that we are adding to our own fire and that we are keeping ourselves in that healthy way. So we're adding to our own fire to keep ourselves fueled and replenished. Our friends are going to help us replenish us as well, and we will find love through them. And it's like this. It's coming for you, and I feel like you're on the precipice of finding it. They just want you to get your fires ready for that love when it comes your way. So build that love that you want to share with somebody up within yourself. And when that person presents itself to you, that feels right to you, that matches every attribute you've ever sought forth in a person, and they match you both match each other's ideal person, and then you live and breathe in that soul for the remainder of your life, sharing each other's journey. You stoke the fires by burning away what is not needed and putting onto the fire what is needed. So what needs to be burned away that you still need to let go of? Maybe it's, it could be religious beliefs. It could be personal boundaries. It could be anything that could be stopping you from that person. But it's what you aren't willing to give up on that may be blocking you. So ask yourself, what do I beat upon myself the most of? What do I not like about me the most? Then remind yourself that someone's got to learn to love that part of you. And it's okay to show that to other people. When I come here, I show you the best possible side of me. That doesn't mean I don't have an angry old side of myself, that there isn't a darker side of me, that I do show that. I show it more to my wife than I show it to all of you, but I'm starting to allow that to come through in my readings as well, because that is a part of myself. I have to burn the bridge sometimes. I have to burn you down sometimes. I have to get you into that fire so you can transform yourself into what you want yourself to be. So love is on its way. I believe it's going to be 1 to 2 months before you find somebody who will match the narrative. How long it will take to fall in love will take a little bit longer, but I think you'll meet this person with 1 to 2 months at most. And when you finally meet them, they will match everything you want them to be, and you will match everything they want you to be. It will be real, true love this time. It won't be that fake shit you've been used to, okay? And it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, because it's going to be learning how to accept that you are actually loved for once. That's going to be hard, Hans. When you actually have real, true love and you really realize what you were putting yourself through for years and years and years, it's a hard moment, but it's also a freeing moment because you really understand what it's like to be really loved. And that's what's coming for you. That feeling of knowing what it's like to be really loved. And that's what that person carries with them. That lesson, that just being with you, even if it's a small relationship that teaches you about how to feel love again and how to express love again. It's on its way for you. And what I'm feeling is more of it's going to be a learning curve. I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be all bed and roses either. But I am feeling that while we are learning how to live in this relationship and learn about one another, we are starting to patch our own holes up. They aren't going to fill our holes for us. They aren't going to make us fix us in any way, shape, or form. All they're going to do is share our journey with us. How they share their journey with you, that's up to you two to decide, not me. Good enough for you there, young lady? My baby beautiful streamer? I love you and I miss you horribly, your best Tansy. I hope your streams are going well. I hope you're having a good time and doing exactly what you want to do, because I'm so very proud of you. I think you've done a great job with it. Okay? So know that I'm very, very proud of you for everything you put into what you do. everything. I really do enjoy your streams sometimes. Sometimes I'm lurking in there without even saying anything and just kind of enjoying it, you know? Because I love when you bounce the little character around sometimes, and sometimes when you got the weird, silly music and the character bounces around, and I'm like, yeah, so I love it. So, all right, Tansy, that's it for you today. Go find love in all the right places. You've already found love with you. Hey, Lala. How's it going, my friend? Marsh. Marbles. I'm sorry. I closed the queue down because I am starting to feel energy drained. I need to go get something to eat soon. So, unfortunately, I had to close the queue down because I got 2 more readings to do. And I really want to take my time with them. So, you'll have to come back tomorrow there, Lala. Thank you for understanding. You know, as readers, when I go from almost 9:30 to this time, and I'm starting to feel my blood sugar kind of drop, I'm okay now because I'm drinking coffee with sugar and cream in it and stuff like that. So I'm not in any danger here, okay? It's just when you have to put something other than cream and sugar into your body, okay? This is just a fuel for the fire to keep me going for now. I have to go put real fuel in the belly to get it, but I have to go do it appropriately too. So I had some almonds, so I didn't not eat anything. So marbles, get in here. Whoop, 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 marbles. Art out here, oh marbles of Pearson. Hi, I'm new. Welcome, Marble. Welcome on in. I'm glad to see you. Thank you for letting me know that you're new. 9 and 9, love reading. I would prefer background information or cold. Cold. I don't want any information as much as possible. You can share a question if you want me to answer a question about it. Like, now you want a love reading. Is there anything specific you want to know about love? Or are you open for whatever kind of love you need to hear today? Because it can be self-love. It can be anything here. I just want to make sure you're ready for it. Because I don't hold back here, Marshy Mellows. I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear here. I'm a very blunt, in-your-face kind of tarot reader. And as you have seen, as I do, I will tell you what I feel you need to do. What they tell me to tell you, I tell you. So I know you're here. Okay, I'm glad I asked. My question is, what can I don't expect between me and Anne before the end of the summer this year? I love blunt, even though it's hard to hear, prefer the truth. Yeah, okay. So you want to know if you and this N person will still be in a relationship by the end of the year. Do I got that right? Just to make sure. Or, okay. Yeah, I thought it was what you can expect. I didn't think you were trying to say what don't expect, but that's okay. I understand. I do it. It happens to me too when I use it. So, and what you can expect with you and N this summer, right? Okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a reading for that. Let me do a clean. And you want 9 and 9, right? 9 and 9. I think it was 9 and 9 you said. 9 and 9 and 9 and 9 and 9. Where is it? I just saw it 5 seconds ago. Yeah, you said 9 and 9. Okay, let me clear the cards off for you first. Ready. Here are your 9 official shuffles. Too many. Let me count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Too many. Those don't count. It was the first shuffle anyway, so we're going to start all over here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, You have a one God card message for you today. And now the ninth card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the ninth card on the love with end this summer and the end of this year. Okay. Okay. Oof. And we're at, okay. So marbles here. So part of what you have been doing on is hanging on to a past a little bit that you don't need to hang on to anymore. And from what I'm feeling from you, there's an old relationship that's still kind of, even whether you don't realize it or not, you haven't really let go of that last bit of love you had for that last relationship. And I kind of feel like you need to release that completely and take back that part of your heart. Just the tiniest bit of finishing up the paperwork as before we move on to a new relationship. Just to let you know with that. It's not much of a patch, but it's enough significant patch, okay? You know you have to start to face a new future. You know what you've been through already. And I'm just telling you that you'd rather be, in order to be ready for what you got coming for you with you and N right here, we have to let go of those old bad patterns that we used to do so we don't do them with N. That was the lesson. That was the lesson we had to learn so we don't do those things with N. We have to relearn how to communicate with N. We have to learn about what she's willing to share, what she's not willing to share, what secrets she's willing to give up. What secrets are you willing to give up? Are you sharing everything of you? Are you sharing all of you with this N person? Are you giving her everything with complete permission to break your heart too? Because that's what you're asking. You're asking her to love you or not love you. Yeah, you want to know what to expect by the end of the summer. Well, it depends on what you guys put into it. Because if you can let go of that little past and stop trying to live in those bad patterns and burn away some of that stuff that you guys need to work on, which is the communication, which is the learning to live that this person isn't going to fix me. I'm just going to share my journey with them. But we also have to burn away some of our old bad patterns that we both do. We both have to do that. We both have to let go of some stuff. But we can't just let it go. We've got to let it fuel our fire and make us stronger. Then we have to come along and say, now I want her love to be added onto my fire, and I'm adding it to my fire so I can share the warmth with her. Right? I'm stoking my fire up so that the thing I will expect by the end of the summer will be what I expect right now. So ask yourself one very simple question. Right now, with how you feel, I'm willing to bet you feel like it's going to go pretty well. You're not quite sure it's going to make it the full year, but you're not willing to give up on it quite yet. You know you have issues and things you have to work on, but you're at least willing to work with it, and so is she. It doesn't mean you can't correct it, because you are trying to correct it. By doing, like I said, using those things that used to hurt, not to hurt you anymore, to turn it into your power and use those other positive things to use to burn in that fire you need. That's the love you will grow this summer, is how to burn brightly together, how to enjoy each other's fire. Okay? Now we move on to the future and what is going to happen maybe in it after by the end of this year. Okay, we're talking a year from today, so a year from now. You will bring two different worlds together. They will sometimes feel light, they will sometimes feel dark, but you both have to find a way to meet in the middle. You have to find a way to walk in the gray in between of both worlds, light and dark. One note does not make a symphony. Two notes makes a song, okay? A melody or whatever. It only takes two notes. It takes one note to make music, okay? It takes two music to make a song. It takes three to make a lot of other notes. You understand what I'm saying here, right? But as I had to learn before I became the unknown prophet, I had a very dualistic personality. I only thought I could live either in the good part of who I was or the bad part of who I was. I didn't know how to live any other way than either I obeyed all of the rules or I didn't obey all the rules. And I was a young boy. My mind didn't know how to work that out. I had a lot of people help me and figure that out. Even into adulthood. Sorry, she's watching a game, Marvel's game. Even in adulthood, I still was working on this. Bringing both worlds together is not an easy thing to do. You've got to accept the light and the dark of that person. You've got to find a way to become that unison, that symphony together, that song in the middle, that gray in between. And the only way you can do that is decide your own fate, decide your own destiny, and decide what will happen. Together, you decide. Remember, this isn't a one-person problem here. 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 1. Sorry, I know that math might not work out for some people, but it does work out because you're trying to match your soul to another soul. But you still have to learn her human part of who she is, because her soul may be one thing, but her body's another thing. And her mind and all of that has to come together. We have to find the unison within it. You're still on this journey. So go live the journey. Go experience what you will experience this summer with her and stop worrying about expectations. Because that's what you need to let go of, is that expectation of what will happen. Just say to yourself, it will be a positive experience. I will get what I need from this. I will find real true love. If she's meant to be, she will be. If we can work on this together and we can do those things that we need to do to make this relationship work, then that's what I have to do. If she's not willing to meet me halfway, maybe there's something else we need to talk about here. You're on a journey to find the end of the story is not complete yet. You're on book 3 of Harry Potter, not book 8, okay? Strike that. Book 2. Book 2 working towards 3. Okay, come on. Let's be honest here. The story isn't finished yet. You're writing it together. And that's the word I want you to get in your head. Together. Because that's what needs to happen. That fire has to be added together. This is your flame together. You and her flame. Not just you have to work on your flame, yes. She has to work on her flame, yes. But you also have to work on the flame of both of you together. That's that's just your general reading and the question that you answered. So I do believe that if you set the right intentions and you talk with your partner about what to expect by the end of this summer and really, really get down to the nitty gritty of what we need to talk about, I think it will be very, very, very beneficial to you. I don't know if it will ultimately work out or not. I think that's still in the free will. We have to see how things happen first before that can be decided, kind of a deal. So, but I don't think it's going to be easy, but I don't think it's going to be that hard either. I think it's going to seem easier than you think you are. And I'm giving you a God card because I knew what was coming for you. I knew what you needed to hear the most. You know what God is telling you? And I normally ask for permission to show you this card, okay? But because you said you loved blunt, you loved to hear the hard truth and preferred the truth, I thought this was an appropriate card to flip. And I knew which card it was before I flipped it. What do you need to do now, Marshmallow? You need to do the same thing me and my wife did before we got married. We had to learn how to cherish each other as we cherished ourselves. We had to look at that person as if they were the most beautiful thing that we deserved. We deserve this person. You have to say you deserve her, that she does deserve to be a part of your life. You do deserve to work on that love. You do deserve to fix it. You do deserve to start over if you need to. It's time to cherish the person who's staring you right in front of your face and appreciate and love that person for who they are, as you need to love yourself and cherish yourself for who you are. And tell yourself that's not the truth, because that's coming from God, not me. Whatever that God is to you, That's what they have to tell you. And I have something else for you, but I want to ask permission for it first. I have something more from your guides, not your gods, because your gods were very clear with their message, but your guides want to help you too on this journey. And you have a very strong guide who's trying to help both of you. You both have a mutual guide. You both have a mutual power trying to help you. It's like Grandma wants you guys to fall in love. It's like an elderly older woman who feels warm and comforting, who loved people like she loved leaves on a tree when they changed the colors. She appreciated everything. She looked at everything as if it was an appreciative thing. She never looked at anything in a bad way. She had her moments, but it wasn't like it was bad. I'm feeling this grandma-like kind of energy. I don't know if it's your side or her side, but it's definitely some kind of energy you have shared. Maybe even a previous life coming back to help you again. I'm not sure. But just wanted you to know before you left for today that there is something trying to help you make this work. And they're trying to help you do it in a healthy way. But you have to start to listen to some of those inner voices because that's the way they're speaking through you. Okay, they're speaking to you through that. Those voices you don't think are voices you need to listen to sometimes. Sometimes they're spot on. Okay. Thank you very much for the lovely permission. But that's what I needed to tell you. And they want to say the next time you feel that little tap on the back of your head, well, stop doing that then. If you are feeling a little tap on the back of your head, it's middle range of the back of the head. I'm more on the left side than the right side. Some kind of a tap on the head. It's not a very hard tap, but it's kind of a stop that kind of a thing. And it's you overthinking things. Yeah. And you were overthinking and overthinking and overthinking, and then they went, oh, don't do that to myself. And that's them trying to help you. So, I hope that reading serves you well. Remind yourself this is your story and her story. Write it together. Open, honest communication. Share as much as humanly possible. You are the most powerful team when you are together, but you each have to have your own separate things that are important to you. But the love and the trust that you share together have to be more than what you are right now, because this is you together as one. And that is the most important flame. That one you share for the remainder of your life. You walk in that love as much as you can. You cherish that love as much as you can. And every single day for the rest of your life, you tell her how you feel. And you do that. And that's what helped me become a healthy 18-year-old, almost 19 years married now. And we have learned how to do that. All of that. And I will tell you, I'm living in one of the most healthiest, most beautiful relationships I've ever been in my life because I finally stopped doing it to myself. Stop doing it to yourself too. Remind yourself, this is our story, not your story, not her story, ours. Take that with you. I'm many blessings all upon your way. Thank you for the love, the gift. And hey, you know what? If you do have the time and money to give to me, please do it responsibly. I don't want your last dollar. I don't want money you can't afford to spend. But you do have. What you do have, you've given me already. Your time, your space, your energy. Thank you for that. All right. Well, we'll see if that happens somewhere in the future. And if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. I don't worry about that stuff. But I do take small donations if you want to give me. I do private readings too. But you know what? I don't push the private readings as much as coming here and doing the free ones. So I do the free ones first. So, Alka, you are my last and final reading. Oh, for the love of gods, I love you. I've been waiting for you. I know you need this too. clearing the cards off, and I'm really cleansing them off for you here. I want to make sure you get this one here. Good and done. Took my partner while you picked the damn numbers. It took my partner a while to pick the damn numbers. Oh, okay, I understand. Well, we can be pesky hubbies or wifeys sometimes. Tansy is rating in with a party of 4. Rating with Tansy. We're being rated by Tansy. Oh my God, we're being rated. Hannah, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining my stream. Hello, my name is Joshua. I am the Unknown Prophet. I'm about to start a reading here with Elka here in just a moment, but I do use my homemade path, the 5 Paths Tarot, to divine the best possible path for you. My queue is closed right now because I'm ending with her for today, so I apologize for anyone who comes in who wanted a reading, but I'm sorry, my energy is just gone. I have one more left in me, and she really needs it for me as well. So thank you very much for Tansy, for trusting your community with me and my baby streamer, who I'm so proud of. Thank you. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Feel free to hop on in and get all of them. Best streamer ever. I got proposed to, and now I'm getting married. Oh my God, did that just happen, Tansy? Did that just really happen? Are you fucking with me? What does my intuition say? You're not fucking with me. You're not fucking with me? You're fucking with me. You just got telling me you were looking for love and someone just proposed to you? Wait. Did I get that right, or am I missing something? I actually have to go back up. Oh, okay. Okay, because I was saying, why do I feel like you're kind of... Someone proposed to her on stream. Don't fuck with the fucker. Ha ha. Okay. Well. If that's... Yeah. Okay. I was going to say. That fast, I don't know. Hey! Congratulations! May your hypothetical married life be good. Was it D? Did D propose? That's about who I can see proposing right now. I love you guys. Julian did. Okay. I don't know Julian, so... Is that... I don't know if that's his real name or not. I only know him by D. So... And I think you know who I'm talking about when I say D. So... Messages us both a lot. We spend a lot of time in our streams. But he's kind of in love with somebody else, so I didn't think that was you. Oh, good. I can't wait. Hopefully I get tickets to India, though. Yeah, I was like, that's not him. Well, you know how it goes. I was thinking, I know he's in love with somebody else, so it can't be him, her. Why are you laughing so hard, lady? Huh? Huh? Why are you laughing so hard? Who's trying to find love right now? Lady? Who? Who? Elka, one more time, give me your numbers and question, because all this craziness has gone on my screen. Will you please just one more time type that whole thing? Well, you know, like I said, something was telling me you were all messing with me a little bit, or it wasn't a real proposal, actually, so... I have never had real good Indian food. Honestly, I really haven't. It's not like I don't want it or like it. I just never really had a very good version of it. I love trying new foods. I love trying exotic foods from other countries too. So, hey, Tans cooks me a meal. I know it's going to be good. Because I know she'd be cooking that shit. Yeah, see, she'll make sure I eat the best. I knew it. General. You don't get a general. We have Elka. See, I thought I saw your name, but then it went away. And you weren't on the list anymore. So I thought you took yourself off. Did you take yourself off? Did I not? No, we did your reading already. Sometimes my memory sucks, guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I do not have the best brain in the world. But I would love to try some really good, authentic Indian food. I have tried a little bit of it, but honestly, I've just never been exposed to it as much as I. It's Elka's messages and numbers. Oh, that's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. 22, 2 and 22 general. Oh, okay. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. See? Helping out. Thank you, sweetie, for being helpful. I just was like, wait a minute. Are you asking for reading? It's closed. Oh, wait. Here are... No, one more shuffle. I've got too much of this energy on me. I've got to knock it off. All right, we're letting go of that and letting it go back to the ether where it belongs. We'll let that happen if it's really meant to happen. I want anything tomato related. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And you have no God cards today, my friend Elka. And I don't need these cards anymore, so I'm putting them away. And then we have the 22nd card is this one here. 23rd, 24th. And the last and final card is... Mirror means something different in the destiny position. So, that's going to be interesting. Alka. Generally speaking, you know what kind of a light you are in this world. Are you really ready for this, Alka? Because if you're more worried about cherry tomatoes, go make a salad. Maybe that's what you want. Hey, vegetarians are cool people too. Nothing like a good hummus with a good, beautiful piece of carrot or namas bread. Oof, give me that. See, I do have some. I have had hummus. I have had some food of that region, but I haven't had a whole lot of Indian food. Not just because I haven't been exposed to it. That's all. I definitely want. I've always wanted to go to one of those Indian buffets, but I've been really looking for a real good buffet to go try a couple different things. No God card, surprising considering my rather ultra-rich luck. Yeah. Well, that's why you don't need a God card. Okay, you know that. Are you ready now? Or should we talk about salads more? And you're all making me hungry. Stop. There. Woof, woof. Want to see my ventral side? I'll show you my ventral side. You don't want to see. Yeah. Actually, I probably will show a little bit more of that side of me. It definitely went in. All right, we're ready. So, Alka, you know what kind of light you are. You know you are the glowing light. You know that you are here for this purpose. You are the light that people need to follow sometimes. That doesn't mean you don't need light for yourself too. There's your hydrate. You know, you know that the light has been within you for a while. That you know that your responsibility to the universe is higher than some of our responsibilities to the universe. And it's okay to self-care. You know how to do all of this, most of it, on a normal basis. But yet, like us all, we have our moments when we don't see our light, where we kind of forget how bright we are. Well, why do you think you've been reminded lately of how much beautiful etheric luck you have recently? Yeah, you're a glowing squid. You are the fish that spent years and years in the darkness, but you glow now, right? Because you know you're going through a change, you know you're going through a cycle, but you're also trying to break free from that cycle too. You know this is a part of your normal life, death, and rebirth process that we all go through. Yours is a little bit stronger than most because you're trying to really work on the rebirthing part, but also kind of scared of living the life too a tiny bit. And what I'm feeling from this card, it's not that I'm not willing to change or don't want to change. It's that right now I like who I am, so why change? And leaves on the tree don't ask themselves if they need to change every year. They just change every year. They fall to the ground, become a part of the earth, and then they come back to us again in a brand new leaf. Every year they do the same damn thing over and over and over again. Have been doing it since the dawn of time. Okay, you tell me what knows change better, a tree or you? Okay, you're a glowing squid, yes, but you're also moving in that motivation. You're more like a caterpillar bug eating the leaves, getting ready to crawl into the cocoon, and you're spinning your cocoon so that when you come out, you can become butterfly. So you've become butterfly, right? So now that we've accepted this rebirth butterfly thing that we needed to do, the only thing left for us to do is to listen to that higher power that is giving us all the energy and power we need to have in our lives. And we just need to learn how to wield it into the right spots that it needs to be wielded to. Swimming into the right part of the ocean so that you can get the nourishment you need, the rest you need, the darkness you need. Because maybe it's time to swim in the darkness and be the light. That squid in the darkness that shines so brightly because it was made to be like that. Because now I dwell in the darkness, not because I'm afraid of it, because I'm not afraid of it anymore. I swim in it like water because it is water. It's nothing to me other than beautiful, wonderful, flowing, beautiful water of darkness that I just swim in like I swim in a casual lake outside of my house. Right? Welcome in, Bar Cove. And now is the time for me to be the light in the darkness. That glowing squid. Right? Right? So you want to know, generally speaking, where you're headed? Well, you're going back into the dark a little bit because it's not about swimming in the unknown possibilities of your life anymore. Now you have to swim in the unknown possibilities of everybody else's life. And that means being okay with your own path the best, right? I have a guide message for you too, Alka. Really? You really think that was a silly reading today? Okay. Hey, you're allowed your opinion on my reading skills. But thank you. I appreciate the silly reading today. But generally speaking, what they wanted me to tell you is this: since you're connected in a very big way, I want to ask if you're ready for this message or not, because it may be. I don't know why they want me to say that before I tell you this. Sorry. Still getting a download on it. I have that one last thing from your guides for you if you want it. Otherwise, I'm done for today. And I'll wait to see if you say yes or no before we move on to rating out to someone today. I'm trying to see if someone I know is on first before I just go hopping about. Nope. Okay. Anyway. Oh, full on, you ready to hear it? Okay, good. Sorry, I was getting something ready until I got an answer from you. They want you to know one special thing about what's coming up this next week for you. You're going to feel an energy drain from you. This is on purpose. They're doing this to you for a reason. They need you to understand this is not being done against you. So whether or not you realize it, you may have gotten this really beautiful, bountiful, wonderful benefit right now, but they're wanting to let you know they're draining you next for a reason. So don't feel like they're beating up on you. Okay? You'll know it when they're beating up on you. You'll know when they're beating up on you. They're just trying to move you into the right direction. And they're trying to ease you into it, not trying to push you off the cliff. Okay? It's like taking your child out into the wading pool and watching them swim in the little disc there. Okay? That's what they want me to tell you. That's how much you are protected by them right now. Okay? That was it. That's all I needed to say. Now, I don't know why that was something I had to warn you about, but okay. I don't question. I just say what I need to say. Yeah. Sheep. I thought my brother was going to be on today, but I guess not. Must have had computer issues. She said he was going to be on all week this week. And I'll check back with everything else on the screen here in just a little bit. I will check up with my Discord people in just a little bit, guys. So right now I'm just looking for someone to go raid real quick. Oh, you just hear me again now. Oops. Oh, dear God. Okay, there we go. All right. While we look for someone to raid here, there's some people I can't go raid. I would love to go raid, but I just don't have a way to get into there. Okay, let's see who's online who hasn't been raided for a while. Who really needs something? Oh, Want another tarot reader, guys? I think we're going to send you one of my very best streaming tarot readers. I'm sending you to her for a reason, guys. So if you are still sticking with me, I'm sending you to another tarot reader here. I'm not going to say which one because that would ruin the surprise. But, she's someone I really appreciate, that she's a very good tarot reader. She does a lot of things with astrology and a lot of things she's starting to learn and new and good for her. But since I've been so much in the cycle issue today, I feel like the rest of you should be sent there. So please go give her my love and affection. Hey, TC, I'm coming for you. So if you're lurking around there, I guess the surprise is ruined. So, here we go. So I just want to say, if you guys choose to do so, you can raid with this message here. Or you can have a nice raid here. And I entered the wrong stupid command on the wrong stupid thing. Oopsie. Okay, you know what we got to do though, right? Where's the chat? Chat. I want to do it right. Give me a second. Give me a second. I got to do something. Okay, now I'm going to put the right raid message here. If you want to copy or paste any of those raid messages, I would really appreciate it. Okay? Just copy and paste it. Put it in the chat and tell her we love her. I'm going to send you on my way. Goodbye, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.